Let's get. Are we good?
Yep.
All right, we're good. All right. Okay. All right, guys, we're back. We've got the skid has been hooked up with the hoses and everything. So I'm going to walk through it real fast to show you what we've done since we last were here. We tightened everything up, bolted everything down. So now we've hooked up all the hoses and run that. So we're going to walk through it. We did. So let's start right here with the power washer. We hooked up the water hose that come around from the 50 gallon, 55 gallon holding tank. Comes in here. Put a filter on that in case there's any debris that gets inside there. We don't want stuff getting into the pump. And that has drawn right off the bottom of the tank. So if you can get in there, Miguel, with the camera, you can see down there at the bottom. So let me see, where are we? Get the camera over this way. There we go, right there, coming off the bottom of the tank. And then that goes around to the front. Okay, that's good. And then, so come on around back here so we can show what we've done. So that's plumbed in the pressure washer, and the pressure hose comes out from underneath the burner. Down here, it goes across into the hose reel, which is over here, the pressure washing hose on this reel. So it comes right in on this side, so we can roll out the pressure washing hose on the curb side. So let's talk about how we plumbed up the soft wash system, the Stallion. Now the Stallion, sitting here, and then the inlet comes in right here, and it is being fed through the sidewinder. Sidewinder set up here, so we have the inlet hose coming off the top. Can you get in there, Miguel? There we go. So it comes in here, and then straight down the middle. Yep, straight down the middle. Come around here, and I'll talk about it from here. Now the sidewinder is coming in here, and it's feeding in right here. It looks like we got a little leak here, Stefan, so we're going to need to tighten that up. So the water comes in here, and here's our on and off for the water going into the tank. And then we've tied in the surfactant right here. So that's our adjustment for the surfactant that comes into this mix station, which will draw in through there. Yeah. And then we've got the bleach right here, which is in the off position. And it draws in. So yeah, you got a pretty good drip going there, Steph. Yeah, well, even under pressure, it shouldn't drip. So it's going to have to be fixed. Yeah. So then so what happens is when this draws back and it goes back over here into the soft wash system on the Stallion, then you let off the trigger, it goes into bypass mode, and it comes out here and it circulates through here as recommended by the manufacturer, because you don't want to get too hot. And then it comes back, goes back in here, and it just does this circulation thing with that. And it just goes through this loop right here. So that's how that's set up. And so that's allows you to let off the trigger and pull the trigger, so you don't have to have a batching mix system on this. So that goes into bypass and it just goes into a big loop. And the nice thing about that is because there's always some kind of circulation going on with that when you let off the trigger. And even when you pull the trigger, it's going to cleanse that line when you're spraying, so you get good fresh water when you're spraying. So I think that's about it as it hooks up. Are there any questions before I go any further? No questions at all? Okay, that's good. That's good. Pretty simple. Now let me show you that this draw tube. So this is the inlet to the pump. We've got the draw tube right here, and this draw tube comes off the top of the tank, so you can pull from the bottom of this tank. So if you ever want to do anything to hook directly to any other source, you can do that as well. And then we have the fill hose right here that's going into the tank as well. And you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, you can. Come right here. Can you get over here? Nope, wrong. You got to get this angle. Get across. See what you're doing? Bring that. There we go. And there's the Hudson float valve inside there, which will shut off. So when this fills up, this will shut off the water inside there so it doesn't overflow because of that valve that's in there. There we go. All right. So I think we're ready.
Put it in the truck.
Yep. Let's go ahead and put this in the back of the truck. And yeah, go ahead and put it in the back of the truck.
So,
Let's fire up the forklift.
someone asked the question, what is the max length of a hose you can use with that pump?
With the soft wash system, I'm assuming you go up to 300 or 400 feet. Now we have, what do we got? 200, 250.
200 on there right now.
We have 200. So a lot of times guys will carry like a 200-foot section, and then they'll add another section on it in case they got to get to some long areas to be able to reach everything. So they may have sometimes even extra hose reel so they can roll off that other hose reel to keep it neat on the truck, and then just couple those together when they get on the job site to reach long distances. But yeah, you shouldn't have a problem making a long distance with that. And the nice thing about this particular pump, I believe when we tested it, I'll show you here in a minute, because the banjo fittings that are really popular, they're only rated for 100 PSI. Yep. But with this pump, it goes up to 300 PSI. And these banjo fittings won't hold. The first time we started running it, it started spraying everywhere and the banjo fitting popped off. So what we did is we put these stainless steel foot couplers on. So that's the way to go. Put the stainless steel here so it holds up under that pressure. And we're going to get it out here, put it in the back of the truck real quick. Go ahead, Mark, come on over and do that. And we got another question. Hello to Troy. Oh, okay. Hello, Troy.
And Zach Fisher says, hey, Mike, what's this build consist of? And Cameron Adams says, what's the cost of the entire thing?
Okay. I don't know, did we get the price out yet? It's around 14. So somewhere between 14 and 16,000 for everything that you see on here. And that was for the price of the entire skid.
Right. And what does the build consist of?
What does the build consist of?
Yeah.
Okay. So the build that we have on there now, if you watched, you probably haven't seen the previous videos. So once we get in the back of the truck and I shut off the forklift, I'll walk through it really quick. But you've got the hose reel here, which is a soft wash hose reel, stainless steel. We've got 2 Hanay hose reels with pressure washing hose and water hose on it. You got the Stallion Soft Wash system. You have the Sidewinder mixing station. You have a 50-gallon tank for water. You have a 20-gallon bleach tank and a 20-gallon surfactant tank. And you have the Wolverine hot wash system.
Watch your back of
All
the truck.
yeah.
This is fully loaded.
Let's come around.
1,500 pickup truck. This will give you an idea of how much it's going to squat.
So this is a half-ton truck. So this is a half-ton truck, which I don't recommend you doing this with, but this is what we have here. So you can watch. You're going to watch the wheelbase. This is all loaded. It's full of water, full of surfactant. Did we actually put bleach in? Yeah, so we have bleach in it too. So now you're going to see as it sits on the truck, you're going to see how the truck reacts when it's sitting on it, with the full amount of the weight from being unloaded to loaded. And if you were to do this in a half-ton truck, I'd recommend increasing the leaf springs, setting that up so it'll be ready to take this on.
Another question. Will these
tilt it forward?
Hey Zach, I see your comment here about not getting notified for the others. For future reference, if you want to get notified, go to YouTube and subscribe to us.
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah.
Notification, so you get notification
I'll
every time we
repeat it.
post.
I'll repeat it. So it'll be easier. Yeah. No, Zach, that's a great question. And I'm so happy you asked it. Because I want people to subscribe so they can see our videos. We actually put a lot of time and energy into this so y'all can get educated on what we're doing here and what you can see. So the best place to stay up with us is going to be on YouTube, because you're going to get the notifications that way. So go to our YouTube channel at Powerwash.com, hit subscribe. That way you're subscribed to the channel. And then hit the bell so you get the notifications when we put stuff on YouTube. And we have a ton of content out there. And you'll see the series the series on there will say part 1, part 2, and today is part 3.
He said, Roger that.
Yeah. Yes.
And then there's
Thank you.
another question. Will these skids be available to all Power Wash stores? Will you be building the 6.5-foot skids?
Yes. So, so we are Powerwash.com. Now, we used to have on our website /store. So Paul Sanders, a great guy. He came up with PowerWashStore.com. That's not us. We are PowerWash.com. ThePowerWash.com. And these are going to be available only through PowerWash.com. I don't know if you were saying, there's confusion. I hate that. I wish there wasn't confusion there, but it exists. We are PowerWash.com. We sell the deluxe brand of products. And that's all us. That's a completely different guy out there. So
Will you be building a 6.5-foot skid?
this is a 6-foot, or it'll be the 8-foot. And because I got that question the other day, so I'm glad you asked that question too, about doing a 5-foot skid. We can do a base plate, but you can't put shelves on it. Yeah, you won't be able to put shelves on it. If you vary, so we're gonna have a 6-foot, we'll have an 8-foot, you can have a ladder rack, but the shelves aren't going to fit because they're specifically designed to go on the 8-foot and the, you want to get over there so you see it?
Yeah, I'm getting that on one half and then you on the other half.
All right, you see how it's going down? Yeah. So they're figuring it out, but it's going to go on there. So yeah, that's how we'll do it. And the reason I say that on the side plates is because they're custom built with the support structure to go to the ladder rack. And the ladder rack will change. Now we can change it with the ladder rack to work on different size trucks, but the base plate is going to be 6-foot or 8-foot. Good there?
Yep.
All right. We'll go
Leave
over.
the tailgate on or leave it off?
No, just leave the tailgate off.
Bring it outside?
We're gonna take it outside. I went over everything pretty good, but just for quick reference, because it was what's all on here. So here's the deluxe stainless steel hose reel. That's for soft wash. It's a corrosion resistant all the way through the core. Everything about it's corrosion resistant on that. This is a Hannay hose reel with the pressure hose on it. This is a 22-inch reel that gives us 200 foot. This is an 18-inch reel. We can get up to around 150 foot of pressure hose on that. And then we have a water hose reel over here. That's an 18-inch reel. You get about 100 foot, maybe 150 foot of water hose on that because it's the 5/8 on here. There's our Stallion Soft Wash system. You saw the Sidewinder on the front. This is the stainless steel Wolverine skid frame, stainless steel all around, so it holds up, corrosion resistant. I talked about the things up there. Oh, in here, let me fill this on here. I was going to take it outside real quick and fire it up for everybody.
Zach Fisher asked, why only 20-gallon SH tank?
Well, that should be able to last you a full day. From what I've seen and what I've experienced, you really don't want a much bigger SH tank. And because it's concentrate, it's not batched. So it's 12% or 15%, and you should be diluting that throughout the day. Now the SH tank is definitely not the SH, but the surfactant tank is definitely overkill. That could last you all week, 20 gallons of that. I mean, that goes a long way.
I guess don't run me over.
All right, there we go. So you got the place for your surface cleaner up top. All right, let's bring it all back. Watch him.
Someone made a comment, not a question, but they said, I'm interested on those shelves holding the hose reels on the side of the truck.
Okay.
So I don't know if they were here watching you jump on them, but that might be something.
Right. Yeah. So they can't get this. You can buy the shells separate if you want. We're not really promoting those as a separate item, but you can call us and get them. Hey, Brooke, it's a little windy out here, and I want to make sure you don't get any wind noise. If you go on my desk,
There's a windsock.
there's a windsock. It's a gray windsock. It's real big. That we'll put over that shotgun. fast.
Someone said, does the surface cleaner have a lockable latch?
We can put one on. It doesn't right now, but we'll put one on. We still getting good connection? I'm worried about the Wi-Fi out here.
As far as I can tell, it hasn't popped up with any kind of notification, but I'm also not watching it as a viewer. Just go around, so.
Right, so you don't know how what they're seeing. Yeah. No, I get it. All right, so okay, Steph is hooking up the water hose now. Inside.
You can ask the audience how it looks. See if they want to leave any comments about how's it coming out.
Oh, and I'm curious out front here because this is we're new to using StreamYard, so we're putting this in 2 different places, and we're running at 1080. So we're using the higher video content. So if the video's good and the audio's good, please put a comment down below so I know
like
it's working
5
good.
or 6 looks good, perfect.
Okay,
good
awesome,
Wi-Fi.
awesome.
Fire
Okay.
that bad boy up. Somebody said I want to install the shelves on his trailer. He'll definitely be calling. Connection's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good comments. All right, hold still. I'm gonna get up close to the camera because I got to put this windsock on there. I don't want the wind screwing up our audio because it definitely will. Okay.
Audio sound good, guys?
We got nozzles and everything. We're ready to go. So water's running. Got that locked up. Let it cool out. We'll do the power washer first. That. Mark, is this the right surface cleaner for the unit?
Yep.
Okay.
So I think we froze up when I stood back there, is what Zach Fisher said. So
Okay.
be careful how far
So yeah, I noticed. I didn't run over there to check the Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, I'd stay there. That's good. We're closer to the Wi-Fi. All right, so I'll finish. This is a 5 gallon a minute. 3,500 psi. Yeah, this is 3,500 psi. So we're gonna fire it up real quick. Ready? Yep, let's go for it. All right, we're loading power washers, so I'm not going to bore us with just power washing some concrete real quick. I don't think everyone's going to be happy about that. But obviously, 3,500 psi, 5.5 gallons a minute. I think you could go up to 8 gallon a minute unit, but if you do, you're definitely going to need a bigger water tank on here because you're going to have a harder time keeping up with it. So let's do that. I'll hook up the surface cleaner real quick. Then we'll demo the soft wash system here on the side of the building. Thank you, Steph. Right here is a General Pump brand. Fire that up. Yep.
Someone said, please finish that section.
Yeah, drives you crazy, doesn't it? At least something I've done. I got to do more demos, man. I can't clean it all.
Robert Burns, he said his OCD is acting up. Vargas Power Clean said, beautiful difference already.
Yeah, yeah. And we will get you a price on the system. Final dollar on it, Robert. I know you asked for it. We'll get it. Oh, soft washes.
Soft washes.
Okay. Let's do that.
Go.
See if you can, I apologize for the train in the background. Hopefully it won't be too bad, and hopefully the sound is good here. I'll speak up as loud as I can. There we go. I'll just yell. Okay. All right, again. So let me go this one more time. Here's the water. This is surfactant. This is the bleach. Got the bleach turned off right now. I'll turn it off a little bit. I don't want too much surfactant. Water's wide open. I don't want that built up on the ground. I'm sitting over the building. Another thing I really like about this, we got the apple blossom coming out now. Look at that. For me, in comparing like a 12 volt to the gas powered, go ahead and put on rinse. Okay. Well, that is, we got 20-foot walls right there. We got a very windy day. I would say you might be able to hit 5 stories with this. 3 stories easy. 2 stories for sure, no problem. I haven't measured the distance. But you've got all these cars lined up here. Do it this way. Get behind me. But what I like, what I was going to say about this compared to like a 12 volt, is that when you pull the trigger, like on a 12 volt, you get that immediate surge of nice pressure, and then it kind of tapers off. This one just holds. The pressure holds the whole time. And keep in mind that this Stallion will go up to 300 psi. And the problem that we run into is making sure all the fittings are tight so we don't get leaks and stuff. And the banjo fittings will not work. You can't put a banjo fitting on this if you do it correctly. There may not be some guys out there putting these things right to get the full pressure out of it. 300 psi, a banjo fitting will not hold up. So if you put that there, and they're claiming the higher pressure and volume with this at the same time, it's not right. It's not doing it. So, I got a real big nozzle. I'm going to double the size of the nozzle. There's not a lot of flow. I'm trying to angle that. Hopefully with the higher, the better quality, you can see that. We've got a larger flow and not as much misting. So I'm at the highest flow to the get. I can restrict down the flow. I'll probably get a little distance, but I'll get a little more misting out of it. Yeah. Now I'm hitting the top of the building and shooting right over it really easy. But I do get a little misty with it. So I really like these gas-powered soft wash systems because you basically can adjust the flow and bring it down a little bit because of the bypass on it. It works out really good. Oh, let me rinse this wall off. I want to get this bleach off the wall real fast. I don't think it'll hurt. I don't think it'll hurt anything, but I just painted the building, so I want my paint to dry. And if you notice earlier when I was spraying the building, I was spraying it with apple blossom. So that's why it didn't look like there was the red marking dye there anymore, because the bleach had taken that color away. Questions?
We don't have any right now.
No questions?
No questions right now. Maybe we give them a sec, see if anybody wants to ask something real quick.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I've got it. Like, I'm trying to keep these at 30 minutes because I'm very aware of people's time. I don't like to get online and ramble. And so it's important to me that we've done this in a series for 30 minutes at a time so guys can get it into their schedule. So anyway, there's 3 series, hour and a half long. You can speed it up. Oh, I'll give you a tip. On YouTube, if you want to get through a video fast and still get the content, look in the bottom right-hand corner, look for the little gear that's there, click on that gear, and speed up the playback time. You can go up to 2 times fast, and everyone sounds like Mickey Mouse, but you can get the content quick. I do that a lot when I'm on YouTube. That's why I like YouTube, because I don't see that playback on Facebook. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, if you got questions, ask them. I'll be happy to answer them as quick as I can. I've got about 5 minutes left. Not quite, about 2.5 actually, but I'll stay if there's questions. And then, so anyway, if you like the content, please subscribe. We're going to put more stuff up. Other things are coming up here at Powerwash.com. Hit that bell button so you get the notifications. We will continue to support those in the industry and create new products. We got more training coming this year, I'm proud to say. We got a lot of new things we're going to be rolling out. So I appreciate if you follow us, support us. It helps us get our viewers and to get our audience up. And by that, we're able to provide for y'all and create more content and support you the way you support us.
So Vargas Power Clean said, no question, but beautiful demonstration. And then Robert Burns said, does the tailgate close well?
Yes. Yes, tailgate, there won't be an issue with the tailgate. Just kind of get a side angle right here. You can see. You see right here, clear room, 2 inches all the way across. So, yeah, not a problem at all. All right, that's it. That's the end of this series for the truck skid build for the power washing and soft wash skid. Appreciate you for tuning in. And again, please follow us, join us, and share this if you can. I would appreciate that a lot. Anyway, I'm Mike Hinderliter, Dean of Powerwash, Powerwash University, and Powerwash.com. Have a safe and successful business and life. Take care.
Go on that.